Maurice Sam is slowly building a reputation that people can't ignore anymore, because each time he appears in a movie with a new Nollywood actress, there's always that one scene that gets everybody talking, and it's not just the acting or the storyline, but the way he goes all in without holding back, especially when it comes to romantic scenes. And that's where the whole conversation starts getting messy, because viewers have started noticing a pattern that feels a little too consistent to be coincidence, and it's making people ask questions that nobody is ready to answer openly. Maurice Sam has mastered the art of chemistry on screen to the point where it almost feels too real, and that's exactly why fans are divided. Because on one side you have people praising him for being a professional who understands his role and delivers perfectly every single time, while on the other side there are people raising eyebrows wondering if there should be some kind of boundary, especially when the actresses involved are known to be in relationships outside the movie world. The truth is, Nollywood thrives on emotion and connection, and if the audience doesn't believe what they are seeing, then the whole film falls apart. So actors are expected to push themselves beyond the ordinary, and Maurice clearly understands that assignment, because when he steps into a romantic role, he doesn't do halfway affection or stage distance, he goes fully committed, and that often includes intense kissing scenes that look so believable that fans forget it's just acting and start reacting like they just witnessed something personal. What makes the situation even more complicated is how social media amplifies everything, because a single clip from a movie can go viral within hours, and before you know it, people are analyzing body language, zooming into facial expressions, and creating narratives that go far beyond the script. And suddenly, the focus shifts from the movie itself to the actors involved, and their real lives, which is exactly where things begin. Spiral fans start asking questions like, how does the boyfriend of that actress feel watching this kind of scene, and whether there are boundaries being crossed, or if it's just pure professionalism being misunderstood. And the answers are never straightforward, because acting as a profession already blurs the line between reality and performance, so what looks real on screen might be completely detached from real emotions behind the scenes. At the same time, there's no denying that Maurice brings a certain intensity that not every actor can replicate, and that's why directors keep casting him in these roles, because he delivers results that keep audiences glued and talking. And in an industry where attention is everything, that kind of impact is priceless, even if it comes with controversy. Some people argue that actresses willingly take on these roles, knowing exactly what is required, so it shouldn't be turned into a moral debate, while others believe there should be some level of respect for personal relationships, regardless of the script. And that tension between professionalism and personal boundaries is what keeps this topic alive and constantly trending. Another layer to this whole conversation is the way fans sometimes project their own emotions onto what they see, because when chemistry looks too real, it triggers reactions that go beyond entertainment and starts feeling like something intimate that wasn't meant for public consumption. And that's why comment sections are always filled with mixed reactions, ranging from admiration to discomfort. There are even moments where fans begin to ship Maurice with different actresses, simply based on how convincing their scenes look, which only adds more pressure and speculation, and sometimes even leads to rumors that have no connection to reality, but spread quickly, because people want to believe there's something deeper going on. What many people overlook is the level of professionalism required to perform such scenes convincingly, because it's not just about physical closeness, but also emotional timing, camera angles, direction, and trust between actors. And when all those elements come together perfectly, it creates that illusion of something real, which is exactly what the audience is meant to feel. Still, the question doesn't completely go away, because no matter how much people understand the technical side of acting, there's always that human instinct that reacts differently when intimacy is involved. And that's why Maurice's name keeps coming up in these conversations, because his performances consistently hit that level where the line between acting and reality becomes almost invisible. Some industry insiders might argue that this is exactly what Nollywood needs: more actors who are fearless enough to fully embody their roles without worrying about public opinion, while others believe that maintaining a certain level of restraint could prevent unnecessary controversies, especially in an era where everything is instantly scrutinized online. What's clear is that Maurice has found a formula that works for him, and it's driving engagement in a way that many actors struggle to achieve, because whether people are praising or criticizing him, they are still talking and watching and sharing, which ultimately keeps him relevant and in demand. The actresses involved also play a huge role in this dynamic, because chemistry is never one-sided, and the way they respond to his energy on screen is what makes the scenes come alive, and sometimes that synergy is so strong that it creates moments that feel unforgettable. Even long after the movie ends, meanwhile, the idea of boyfriends or partners watching these scenes adds another emotional layer that people can't help but think about, because it brings the conversation closer to real life and makes it more relatable, and that's why opinions are often so strong and divided. Some viewers choose to separate entertainment from reality completely and enjoy the performances without overthinking, while others find it difficult to ignore the personal implications, especially when the scenes are particularly intense or repeated across different movies. At the end of the day, the situation reflects a bigger conversation about acting boundaries, audience perception, and how modern media consumption has changed the way people interpret what they see on screen, because what used to be just another movie scene is now a viral moment that can spark endless debates within minutes. Maurice, Sam, continues to stand at the center of this discussion, not necessarily because he's doing something different from what the industry allows, but because he does it in a way that feels more convincing than most, and that level of realism is both his biggest strength and the main reason why people can't stop talking about him. And as long as Nollywood keeps producing stories that rely on deep emotional connection and romantic intensity, actors like him will always be in demand regardless of the conversations surrounding their methods, because in the world of entertainment, attention is currency, and right now he's generating plenty of it. Whether people love it or question it, the spotlight isn't leaving him anytime soon.